Ho ho. Sorry, that's not the phone ringing, Kristina. I just knocked it off its base.
What'd you knock? The lava lamp?
No, it's still off. Hang on. Sorry, people.
What's off? Tell me what's off.
The phone was off its base because I knocked it off with my microphone. And
oh, I see.
There was just a dial tone.
I see where you're going with this.
Now I'm good. We're good.
And
back in business.
Oh my god, these headphones are so odd.
Why do they stick up so high off your head? You look like...
I don't know, I just decided...
Frankenstein.
Thanks a lot, I'm gonna switch then.
You know, doesn't he have like these screws screwed into the side of his head and then like a kind of a coil that goes over the top? Is that Frankenstein or is that other thing?
I have no idea. I'm changing back to the normal ones.
You don't look like Frankenstein.
I was just freak you out.
Are those yours?
No, these are the ones I usually use.
No, these. Are these yours?
No, they were just here. I thought they were cool, but you didn't think they were so cool.
I think they're cool.
How's this? That actually sounds better.
You look good.
Thanks. I want to look good on the radio. It's really, really important for me to look good. Oh, okay.
I was just pumping gas at the mobile station. Or it's not the mobile station anymore. What is it? It was the mobile station for so long, I can't think of what it is.
Shell.
Is it the Shell?
Yeah. That's what I always say, call that one mobile, but it's Shell.
Yeah.
It's probably
the one
the same.
On the corner between 110 and
yeah, but it's probably the same
14.
company anyway.
I don't know.
It is.
But
they're all the same. Exxon, Mobil.
People were giving me weird looks, and I went inside to pay, and the lady behind the counter said to the teenager who's in front of me, I know she looks funny, but she's a real sweetie. And
nice of her.
And that was nice of her. The teenager did not look convinced, but whatever. I think everyone thinks I'm some sort of weird religion that wears long.
Well, that's because there are some folks up in Chelsea that wear long dresses all the time.
But they don't look like this. I mean, they don't actually look like they came from 1850, do they? Because that's what I look like right now.
I think if you're not looking carefully, it can look sort of the same.
Weird, okay.
But anyway, I just want you to know there's no gas in Chelsea.
There's no gas in Tunbridge either.
Well, I'm glad you weren't trying to get
my car has been on empty for days, and I tried to fill up in Tunbridge, but there wasn't any, so I eked it down here on empty, and I had to fill up.
Well, that was something I really wanted to talk to you about today, was running out of gas in Vermont.
Did you do this?
I almost did last night.
Oh, almost doesn't count. I almost run out of gas like every week.
No, but it did count because it was late at night. And what was I going to do? I was trying to get from Lincoln, Vermont back to Chelsea, which is, if anybody's done that drive, it's a little convoluted. Yeah. So, you've got to go down. Well, let's see. The fuel light came on in Jerusalem.
Oh, that's bad.
That's Starksboro.
Okay, because you've usually only got, with the Subaru, you've got about 30 miles when the
is that it?
Gas light comes on, or less.
Yeah, so I was trying to decide, gosh, can I make it home? And I just knew there was no way I was going to make it home. So the first town that I was going to hit was Waitsfield. But it's 10:30 by the time I got there.
Some of the pumps stay on all night, and you just swipe your
What?
credit card.
What?
Yeah,
Are you
always
kidding?
You should check. No. The ones in Sharon stay on all night, even when the store's closed. You just, as long as you have a credit card.
I didn't know that. How do you find out these things? You have some secret people
No, I don't know.
in your
I don't
life
even have
who
a
tell
credit
you
card. I
things.
don't own a credit card, but I know that because John has
No,
one.
there's
and
just-
I was almost running out of gas.
There's
so.
a river of information that's just going right by me. And
I missed that one for years too because I don't like to pump gas. I usually try to sucker whoever I'm with to pump the gas for me. And I don't own a credit card, so this one did go by me for many years. It's like been a thing for a while.
Yeah, what does that say about me? That it went by me. I have a credit card.
And you usually pump your own
And
gas.
I usually pump my own gas. Well, anyway, to continue the story, I decided I had to make this decision where to go. So what were the best options? I could have gone up to Moortown and then tried to hop over to Northfield.
Cumberland Farms are always open 24/7, right?
Well, I did decide on Northfield, but it was a choice. Do I go up to Moortown to get to Northfield, or do I take the Roxbury Gap, which is a much more familiar road to me? So I thought
Right, but there's some uphills there.
there were some real uphills, but then I thought I could coast all the way down on the other side, which I did pretty much. And then once I get to Roxbury, I just, if I wasn't out of gas then, and I was thinking, well, what happens if I run out of gas on the App Gap? What happens if I run out of gas on Roxbury Gap? What happens if I run out of gas in Roxbury? But long story short, I did make it to Northfield, and there was an open gas station at, close to 11 o'clock at night.
Woo!
I figured if there, what's the worst thing that could happen if I get to Northfield and the gas stations are closed? There's guys in uniform, right? At Norwich.
Yeah, and they have to be polite, or
Yeah,
else they
there's
get
all
a demerit.
men who would
So
just
they
want to
will,
save you.
Yeah,
So I thought that's the best place to go. I just
Yeah,
targeted
that
in
was
on
probably-
Northfield, and
that was probably
and
smart.
it was great. I had a good time. I mean, just for 5 minutes, I was pumping the gas, and I felt good. So yeah,
You win at life!
Ah,
Woo!
man,
We forgot to tell people what the heck it is they're listening to.
What is the heck it is?
This is the 11th hour radio show on Royalton Community Radio, WFVR-LP, 96.5, coming to you from South Royalton, Vermont.
I've really stopped saying that. I've let you say
know.
it because I
Why?
don't know. I
You
feel incompetent to
Do you want
say
to
it.
say who we are at least?
Okay, I like saying your name, Emily Howe.
Well, what?
That sounds good. It rolls off the tongue.
I have
My
a
name's
really-
too ethnic.
Kristina Stykos.
Yeah, it's too ethnic. People listen
I
to that
want
and they
an
go,
ethnic
what
name.
kind of a name is that?
Mine's like super white bread.
Yeah, but mine's
Blah.
obviously an ethnic name that got, surgically altered at
At
Ellis
least you're
Island.
not like Tiffany.
Well, I
or-
am glad that I'm not Tiffany.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of
No
how we
offense,
could butcher
Tiffany.
your last name.
Stykos.
Tiffany Stykos.
Anyway, that's who we are.
You're not Tiffany Stykos. You're Kristina Stykos, and I'm Emily Howe. I was talking on the phone to the kids' therapist this morning, and I said, I called and I said, "Hi, this is Emily Howe. How are you? How are you?" I hate having to double that word. I have to do it all the time. You do it on the phone all the time.
Say, this is Emily Howe. What's shaking? What's going on? That wouldn't really work for certain official phone calls. Hey,
I hate doubling up words. Like if I write something, I do not repeat the same word
me too.
anywhere in the paragraph or anywhere in, I try not to repeat words because it really upsets me.
Yeah, I'm horrified.
writing.
I'm horrified if I find out
Yeah.
I've posted something.
When
and
I'm
there's-
instant messaging somebody and I say, maybe the word actually or something like that twice, I message them again and I say, "Sorry, I just said the word actually twice." I say that because it's so embarrassing
it's so
to me.
offensive.
So having to say, "Hi, it's Emily Howe. How are you?" is really upsetting to me.
Boy, I'm going to meditate on that. I'd like to help you out with it.
All right, just think of some new greeting for me.
Yeah.
Saying "How are you" is like a really
No, just say,
automatic thing to say. It
Hello.
just doesn't go with my last name.
hello, this is Emily Howe. What's up?
No, you can't say that.
Try it. It might make people laugh and start their day off on a funny bone.
I don't want them to know that I'm having an awkward situation with it either. It's just weird. It's just,
Oh,
it sounds like I'm
gosh.
stuttering or something.
So sorry for you.
It sounds like I just didn't give my last name and I said Howe twice. Like, hi, it's Emily. How are you?
Like you're stuttering.
Yes. I'm not picking on people with a stutter. I just don't happen to have one, so
man.
I don't need to affect one when I don't have one. That's all.
I'm just aching inside.
You should
For
be.
you.
The things that cause me torment in my life.
Yeah, they do. They do. For good reason. You're just so weird. But
When
anyway.
you go into like a public restroom, I was just thinking of this because we both had to pee before we got on the air.
Did you have to say that about me?
What, you want people to think you don't pee?
Kind of. Go ahead. No, shh. Go ahead. Move on.
And we were just complaining about, we complain about things, and I was trying to figure out what DJ left their toothbrush in the bathroom because I just said I wouldn't leave a toothbrush in a public bathroom because what if somebody does something weird with it? I don't know. And there's soap in the shower here, which also do any of you DJs shower here in the radio station?
Would you please call in now and let us know?
I'm just curious. I don't care if you do.
Yeah, college students. Well, wait, they usually have places to live,
anyway,
don't they? College students.
I think.
Are there any homeless DJs?
I don't know.
Well, sometimes people are in transition.
Maybe they live here and they just get out when we come.
Haven't you ever been in transition and needed a place to take a shower? I have. Let's face it. Everybody goes through that some point.
Yet. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's because you've stayed fairly close to where you grew up, and
that's
so you can
true.
always go to your parents' house.
I can always go to my parents' house.
That's a good tip for staying in the same town.
Yeah, you can always get a shower, or your laundry or something.
Yeah, I think that's kind of good.
No, my original point was, I was thinking about bathrooms.
Yep.
If you go with a friend into a public restroom and you both go into a stall, do you chat while you're peeing or do you not?
Sure. Well, it depends how well you know them.
Okay.
If you don't know them really well,
or
you might be worried that they think it was weird.
Do you?
With a good friend, yes, it's part of a badge of honor.
That's true. That you speak
that says
to them
we're
while
such
you're
good
peeing.
friends that we can talk through the stall wall.
Right.
Can you say that 3 times fast? Stall wall. It's tough. It's like Emily Howe.
Oh my God! What did my parents think of that?
Yeah,
growing up too, there was always the terribly un-PC joke where everybody would raise their hand and go like, "How?" Like they're a Native American.
I never thought of that. Yeah.
What? Like, I just don't think of ways to like mock people's last names, really. But
well, you know what
other
they would
people
say
do.
To me in elementary school.
What?
Kissy Chrissy. Yeah, that's.
Did anyone ever call you Chrissy?
If they did, I punched them out.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, there's one person in my life who calls me Chrissy just because she knows it aggravates me. So it's kind of funny. I allow it there.
You could make a lot of nicknames out of your name because you could take
what?
Tina out of it, right?
Stina, how about that one? That's
Stina
cool.
is actually a kind of cool name.
I know there's a few Stinas, but it's rare.
Why don't you just get rid of the Chris?
Get rid of Chris.
Stina Stykos.
I would.
Is kind of neat.
I do. I have one person. Randy calls me Stina. He's the only one.
Pretty neat.
He's the only one ever in my whole life. So kudos to you, Randy, for being original, at least in one way. Well, I guess being a horse slogger, that's kind of original.
That's true.
So he's got 2 points. 2 points. Let's rate our old boyfriends.
Oh, that's not a good
Let's
idea.
do it.
I don't
Let's
even
on
have
the point
numbers
system.
for
1
some
to
of
10.
them.
Randy 2. No, okay. I'm just kidding.
You got a kid out of him.
Yeah.
Doesn't he get one for that?
Sure. Okay,
yeah,
3.
Might as well.
Yeah.
3. There you go.
That's good. Hey,
Stop in there.
Just for the record.
What?
I don't text while I drive, but I do practice my penmanship.
Why did no one ever think to make that illegal?
That's not why I brought it up. I thought you would admire me.
I admire you.
Thank you. No, just kidding.
What?
No, I'm not kidding.
I know you're not kidding.
Can you tell what's the truth?
Yes, I know you do it.
Let's play a game, truth or not truth.
This is an easy game. What is your next thing that might not be truth?
Let me look at my notes. I'm sure I've got some untruth here that I want to share with you. Let's see, power strips. What do I want to say about that? Oh, I was just wanted to express my jubilation over the fact that there was an open plug on the power strip when I came in.
Oh my God, that is the best.
And that gave me so much extra time that I didn't have to go looking for an extra plug, that I turned the lava lamp on for you. For you, I did it. How's it do?
I did not notice. It just looks like it's off the way it always does.
No, it's on.
Maybe there's a fuse blown. Maybe every time we turn on the lava lamp, it doesn't actually.
I just wanted to ask you, did you know there's a switch on the cord for the lava lamp?
I turned it on the last time. Well, you know what? It got warm last time too, so clearly there was some juice coming to it.
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't that exciting. Well, although, what's this thing on the side of it? It looks kind of like a sliced lime. See this over here?
That is
what
why.
Is in here? There's some like goo in the.
Can I just tell you though?
See that?
You have uncovered the whole mystery of lava lamps, which is that when you look into it, especially when you're high, you see stuff. It's like looking at clouds, and you say, "Oh, there goes a No, I'm
French
not seeing
galleon." Stuff. There's a green bean and a lime in the lava lamp. Okay, I see those things. I'm not high.
Your creativity.
That's a green bean.
Your imagination is so.
No. Look profuse. In the lava lamp right now. There is a green bean.
Well, somebody might interpret that as a green bean.
What? That's a green bean and that's a lime. I don't know how they got
Looks
into
like
the lava
a lemon,
lamp,
sort of like cut in half.
Yeah. Whatever.
That's cool.
There's some food in there.
I knew that we would enjoy that. That's why I turned it on. I'm feeling
it was probably like that when you got here. This lava lamp doesn't ever change.
I turned it on. It's different. If you turn it off right now, you'll see the light go off.
I'm just saying those things inside of it were there already. Betcha.
Don't argue with me.
Fine. How long ago did you get here? Like 7 hours if it's actually done something?
No, I did. I got here a little bit early.
All right.
Yeah, because I got sort of
running a little bit late, but
yeah, I kind of got a good night's sleep, sort of.
I got no sleep because we decided to camp out in the front yard last night. The kids really wanted to tent in the front yard.
Oh, you slept out there too?
Yeah. The
Why?
ground is hard. When you're nearing 40, the ground is just
You can just let the kids do it. Why did you have to do it?
Because they were afraid of bears.
Oh, I knew there was a hitch.
And the ground is really hard, and every freaking bird in the world wakes up at like about 3:30 a.m., and they're just...
That's true.
They riot. I don't know what they're doing, but they're really loud.
Well, I had sort of the reverse problem last night because I was trying to go to sleep. I was really exhausted. I'd had a very physically involved day. I was physically exhausted. So I lay down.
What kind of physically involved day did you have?
I know that my wording...
I guess I haven't talked to you enough this week. What is going on?
My wording was a little unusual there. But I think I'll just skip over it.
Okay, you do that.
And get right on to the topic, which was I lay down on the couch there. And it's
summer now. Why don't you go to your bedroom?
I like the couch.
What? You have this enormous giant house, like full of bedrooms, and you're always crashing on the couch.
Well, if
you were like a hobo in your last life, I think. Maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Which is interesting because my grandmother, who's kind of a little bit, out there, has been pestering me lately, asking where all the hobos have gone.
Really?
Because there were a lot of them when she was a kid, in the 20s and 30s, and she feels like there's no hobos anymore, and this is mystifying her.
Where would she see them?
I don't know. They used to come through town, and gypsies, she said, used to come through towns. I tried to tell her that gypsy's not a PC word anymore, but that also mystified her. But there used to be like caravans of them that would come through town, gypsies and hobos, and she doesn't know where they all went. I don't know either, but, probably they're... Yeah, you know what? I just don't know, but she's very upset by this development.
That's good. I think it's good that you bring in topics that might be, of joint concern with many of our listeners. So... Anyway, back to my story. Okay, I was trying to get to sleep on the couch last night.
Yes.
And I just was falling asleep, and then suddenly I heard a cat meow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'm so concerned. Like, oh, I left one of the cats out, blah, blah, blah. It's going to get eaten by a fisher cat. So I get up, I go to each door. No cat. So, all right, back on the couch, trying to get back to sleep. Just falling asleep again. And then I hear a car drive in the driveway.
What?
So I jump out of bed, and I run over, and I had totally made that up. There was no car in the driveway, so I went back to the couch. Went back, I was falling back asleep, and then just as I'm falling asleep, this one cricket that was in the house, I saw him. I saw him crawl across, and I just thought, he's nice. I'm going to let him go. I'm not going to bother him. He's
There
cool.
was your wrong move right there.
Yeah, but the good news is
Doesn't your cats eat them?
I've seen them eat crickets, but they're letting this guy off the hook. He's been wandering around the living room for days. So, but he started up just as I was falling asleep. And the great thing about it was it actually put me to sleep.
Yeah, monotonous sound. Like
I liked
repetitive, monotonous sounds. It's like white noise.
That's why Apple uses it as a ringtone.
Crickets?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was just discussing that with someone yesterday, that we both use that as our alarm for getting up.
I don't know if it would wake me up, because you just hear it all the time anyway.
It's just the right timbre. They have these audio engineers and sound developers who figure out the perfect way to represent that sound so that it will penetrate your consciousness.
Interesting.
Yeah, they get paid better than we do.
Crickets.
Did you notice? Most people do get paid better than we do.
Everyone gets paid better than we do. What, are you talking about here, where we get paid nothing? Or are you talking about in the rest of our life, where we almost get paid nothing?
I know. I should have made that distinction, God. Definitely. But I did. There's a new online magazine called Junction. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't
you
even
haven't.
know there
I
really
saw it this morning, and they have jobs. And I have it up on my computer here. I have job. I thought maybe we could get a job.
What? I have like 7. I can't.
Well,
I don't have any more
we
time.
find a better job. You know, you always got to be on the lookout. There might be a better
what is
job.
There? What's
okay,
there available?
So here, jobs: multimedia designer, developer. Field crew. That sounds kind of interesting. Oh, that's farming.
What does that mean?
That's farming.
Oh. I do that at home all the time anyway.
All right. Writing coach. How about that? Goddard College.
You know what?
You
Goddard
could be a writing
just ticks me off sometimes.
Okay, forget that. You don't want to work somewhere where you get ticked off.
It's too...
You know, beggars can't be choosers.
All right, fine, whatever.
So check that one out. News coordinator. How about that? For the homegrown radio news.
There's too much Paisley print going on at Goddard. I just can't take Paisley.
Okay, how about writing and publishing faculty? Does that sound better?
Faculty. I don't ever want to be faculty.
You probably need a degree to be a faculty.
Probably in that.
Yeah, so that's where we can't do that. Social media manager. How about that? You could do that. You're good at that. And that's local. That's a White River Junction for the Daily UV, whatever that is.
Oh, it's a paper.
Okay. Farm help. Marketing editorial intern. You don't want to be an intern. Just let me
Interns mean no money.
Right. Executive director.
And you have to be the
Rebels
slave.
North. Do you like to dance in lederhosen?
Yes, but the Rebels also are irritating. No, I don't like to dance. You can't actually dance in lederhosen very well. They totally crotch you, because they are not very forgiving. They're leather.
What were you going to say about clothing? There was something when you came in. We were having a clothing malfunction discussion. What was it?
Oh,
it wasn't
I said
about
I had to pee if I could get to my pee place, because I have so many clothing. I have so many articles of clothing on because I'm wearing my Victorian museum costume right now, and it is really hard to pee.
No, it was about tucking in your shirt.
Oh,
I mean, my shirt. I said, I can't, when you're in a hurry, it's really hard to tuck your shirt in.
And I said, it depends what kind of pants you're wearing. And then we went into talking about jeans and how I like the high-waisted ones, but you like the low-waisted ones.
That's the only place where we've ever had a disagreement. Like
the low-waisted ones hit on my hips, which is my widest spot, which means they slide down because they're looking for lower ground or something. And you're like, well, put a belt on it. But you don't. If you belt your pants hard enough so they stay on your hips,
then you're constricting your life force.
Then you give yourself muffin top.
Chronic injury.
You can't. Like, it's, like the guys who belt their pants really tight, like down below their butt. Do you not see like a problem with that? So belting them like low on your hips is pretty much the same thing.
I like the guys that fold over their pants. Randy does that. We should give him another point. Now he's got 4.
He's not getting a point for folding over his pants. I think we take away a point for that, actually.
Yeah, he hikes them up so that they're like over his shoes, and then he folds them on the top. I think
that's
it's just
dorky.
It's comfy though.
No, that's weird. That'll crotch you.
I have strange taste in men.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's 11:24. My gosh, we have to play a track of music, don't we?
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Cleanse the palate?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what we got here. We have something called Mary's Garden.
All right.
Julie James, who I was gardening with yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's really awesome. Let's see. How can I hold up the mics that's...
I am so sick of that microphone stand.
I know. Okay, there it is.
magical. Hummingbirds through it fly, colors laid by the artist, a moving painting in time, when all around the busyness of city life melts into the redwoods and pine. Something new is blooming everywhere I look, where I look. Surprises delight my senses, shapes and colors define, words like unusual, spectacular, marvelous, luscious, sublime. As a child I played with the flower fairies, now I sit here reading a book. Every time at Mary's place is comfortable, every time. Hanging on her word or her laughter, she makes my heart take flight. In her eyes I am delightful, how I am is just right. Mary only did what she wanted to, she always did what she thought was right. True to herself with everyone she met, truly met. Mary showed us how to see the world from the way that it feels, not sentimental or just practical. Between the lines it reveals that everything we touch and everything we do can come from in that place where we know. Wonderful, spectacular in every day, every day. Mary's garden is magical, hummingbirds through it fly, colors laid by the artist, a moving painting in time, when all around the busyness of city life melts into the redwoods and pine. Something new is blooming everywhere I look, where I look.
It's a nice fade out. I did
Just
that.
in time for me to get back to my seat with my bread tie, which I'm going to try to do some microphone repairs with after. I went and visited my kittens last night. They're going to come
More
home.
than one? You're going to have more than one?
2 sibling kittens.
Oh, then you're going to be really interested in this.
Is this a puke story?
No, it's not. I've decided I'm taking a moratorium on talking about my cat's throwing up. I'm just not going to talk about it for a while.
Oh,
Well,
but I
to you
love the cat.
privately-
I love the cat throwing up stories.
Yeah, I just don't think the general
Soon I'll be
public...
able to share them with you too. Maybe.
I hope not.
I hope, maybe my cats won't throw up as much as your cats.
Yeah, I don't need to hear about yours as well as mine. It's just kind of reached my saturation point. But anyway, I want to tell you there's a whole new genre of videos on Facebook, and it's called Happy Animals.
I love happy animals.
Yeah, and it's sort of a refinement on just your basic animal video, like cat, Video Kitty videos.
It's like, it's like the baby elephant who sees the ocean for the first time, and he's super excited and running in it and falling in it. And
I wrote down a couple of the things that I saw this morning. One was entitled, the headline was, "Porcupine tastes first pumpkin and can't contain his excitement."
Oh, he squeaks a lot, right?
Did you actually watch it?
Yeah.
See, I didn't click on it. I just wanted the headline. I was just gleaning the headlines. I thought, do I really need to watch this? No. But it's okay that you made a different decision than me. I think it's okay. I'm not judging you.
I watched it a long time ago. That's when it's been around for a while.
That's old? It's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, have you seen Corgi Beach Day?
No.
Hundreds of corgis took over a California beach, evidently, and they were all dressed up.
Hundreds of corgis. They were dressed up?
Well,
like Corgiville Fair?
Yeah. Do you think Tasha Tudor would approve of it?
Sure.
Maybe.
She didn't dress up her corgis, though.
No,
in books she did. Like Corgiville Fair, they had clothes on.
Well, that's it. They did. So I think she couldn't, that would, the pot calling the kettle black, right?
Right.
Yeah.
God,
but these corgis had more than just clothing. They had accessories like backpacks and snorkels and bow ties and...
Snorkels?
Yeah,
Really?
some of them had snorkels. And they were playing games like Limbo.
That is a corgi's probably favorite game because they're so low already.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised that some of them are better than others because some of them didn't make it under.
Don't you have to go back? Like, don't you have to lean over backwards in the rules of Limbo? You can't go on your bellies. Were the corgis going backwards?
No, it was the game. The rules were adjusted for the species. You have to, when you're playing Limbo, it depends on, which...
My husband won a Limbo contest when he was in high school, apparently. I
Really?
did not realize he was so flexible, but apparently he can...
He looks like he
can
could
almost
do that.
walk like with his back touching the ground. Isn't that bizarre?
Wow, that is bizarre.
I kind of want him to show me, but he won't.
He should be
He's got a bad back
he should
now.
be a Chinese gymnast, contortionist, perhaps, but
maybe.
just as a sideline from
He
sheep
slipped a
farming.
disc a few years ago, so he won't Limbo anymore. But
Okay. Well, how about, did you see the birds riding the escalator? Did you see that one?
no, have you seen the crow that rides in the little jelly jar lid on the snow
Yeah,
sled?
I did see that one.
That's fun.
I watched that a few times.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That one kind of, I don't know,
Stuck with you.
captured my heart. I don't know why. The corgis, like when you see a whole lot of corgi owners with all these stupidly dressed dogs, it's just my heart doesn't go out to that.
No.
But to see a crow coming down...
Well, the crow was making his own fun. The corgis did not choose to dress up.
Yeah, they looked a little bewildered. Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing here, Mom?
I mean, maybe they liked being around each other, but they probably didn't like wearing snorkels. I
I don't think that worked at all. I don't think the snorkel worked at all for the corgis. You know what I did the other day?
What?
I missed the exit on the highway. And you know
What, like this one?
No, on 91. On 91. They're like 20 minutes apart.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
And I actually missed the exit. It was the weirdest thing. I guess I was a little distracted. I must have been writing a novel in my brain or something like that.
Writing it
So
actually by hand.
Well, that's true. I was practicing my penmanship at the time. And there goes the Heartland exit. Yeah, I had to go.
Well, that one's tricky. That
What
one
do you
goes.
mean it's tricky?
It just
It's not tricky.
comes and goes quickly because the scenery
just-
right around there is kind of the same.
You're coddling me.
I'm sorry, I am. You're right.
You're indulging me because really there was no excuse.
All right,
for
that was
it.
super dumb.
Yeah, it was
God,
dumb.
what is your
And I was
problem?
late. I was trying to get to a gardening
good
job by a
one.
certain time, and it was in
Did you
Windsor.
find one of those U-turn things and illegally swing around?
It crossed my mind very briefly.
never done
and then
it,
I
but I
said,
kinda-
no, don't do that. You're a law-abiding citizen. Do not do a U-turn.
My dad got his first ticket ever in his whole life. Ever.
Doing a U-turn?
No.
What?
Just this weekend. They were coming back from...
Oh, my gosh.
They had spent the weekend at a beach house with my aunts and uncles.
A beach house? That sounds like above your class, Emily.
No, it was in Maine.
It was what?
It was in Maine. It's not... I'm not talking about, like, the islands or anything. I'm talking about Maine, like, cold,
Just
miserable.
a house.
Yeah. That they rent in the summer. But, they were coming back and they were coming through, I can't remember, Algonquit or Wells or one of those places near the outlet malls where it's very busy. And my dad, actually, this is terrible. He's never done anything wrong driving really ever before. He ran a red light And all of a sudden he pulled over, and my mom thought he was pulling into this antique store. And she was like, oh, I don't really want to go to this one. Oh. And he was like, I'm not pulling over because we're going to the antique store. I'm pulling over because a cop has just pulled me over because I ran a red light.
That must have been embarrassing.
I know. He was
really anytime
sad.
a cop pulls you over, it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, especially when he's never gotten anything. His license is spotless.
Yeah, I hate it when they say, do you know why I pulled you over?
I know. It's a trick question because they want you to tell them, like, they want you to blurt out everything that you know you've been doing wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
just because I have pot in my glove compartment.
Speeding and I have illegal oranges that I've smuggled across the border, and I have, and my taillight's out, and I don't have a license.
Yeah.
Or whatever people may say.
Sorry, Butch. Sorry that happened to you, Butch. Happens to the best of us.
He was very embarrassed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I'm afraid because I have a completely spotless driving record as well. It's this thing in our family.
I've had 2 tickets in my life.
And now I'm afraid that my dad has broken our charmed existence and that I'm going to get a ticket for something.
No, it's okay. If he did break your charmed existence, then this whole new world is opening to you, which you will be full of adventure.
I've never even gotten a parking ticket, for God's sake.
Okay.
All right. I got a warning. I got one warning in high school because I was speeding because I was bringing my little sister to her tournament basketball game, and we were a little bit late, and I was speeding on 110.
Now the truth comes out.
But I was barely speeding, and I only got a warning.
That's disgusting. How could you have done that with a little child in the car?
She wasn't little. She was in high school. Yeah.
That leads me on to Personal Growth Friday.
Okay.
I mean, it's a natural segue. It's a natural segue.
It is.
I think you were thinking about it. Do you have anyone in your family who seems to always judge you negatively? And you don't have to say names. And
yes.
Just like imagine that person.
It's there. Got it.
Okay. It's not male. It's not female. It's just hovering out there. And since we can't disown our family, at least not effectively, people have tried. What do you do? Do you take the high road? Do you treat them with more respect than they're treating you?
Usually, but it's just this thing that you ignore, kind of, because you can't disown your family, and a lot of the times, well, at least recently, I've pretty much discovered it's this person's own issue, not my issue so much. Like, I used to think that I just was crummy, and that's why they didn't like me very much. But
so it was eroding your sense of
self-esteem for a long time. But after I realized that I have this self-esteem issue and have sort of fixed that somewhat, not really, but enough that I can actually see things tad clearer. Now I realize that this is just the way it is. It's programmed into this person to think poorly of me, and it's not because what I'm doing. It's because they can't help themselves. That's all.
Yeah, I've got one. Well, I mean, I have more than one, but there's one particularly that just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Really just the slightest, it's just the slightest it can be so subtle that nobody else listening in would ever have a clue that there was a put down couched inside a simple sentence. It's masterful. It's learned behavior, I think.
It is. It definitely is.
It's passed down.
I hope I never do it, though.
Yeah, it's kind of a power thing. It's a power thing to feel that when you're judging others.
I think it comes from people who are ultimately very unhappy. They just don't want to be alone in their unhappiness, so they pick a person who they think is happy, and they try to pull them.
Oh, and they're happy
down.
And they don't deserve to be.
Right.
I think that's true in my case. The person that's judgmental towards me, I think he thinks I got away with something in my life. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Like I got away with something. His unique perspective.
Like you got a easy
free pass
ride to something that
I think
they had to fight their way, and so it's not fair.
Yeah, somehow.
And they're entitled to make your life miserable because of it.
Yeah, I think it possibly stems back to the fact that that I was perceived as my mother's favorite, I believe.
Well, you were the girl, so you couldn't really be...
I was the girl.
It's not an issue of favoritism, probably. It was just an issue of you guys had something in common.
We sure did.
Like not having a penis or whatever, but...
Can you say that on the air?
Penis?
Can you say effing? Is that okay? Effing?
Yeah,
I actually
not
had
even a
this
word.
idea that instead of saying effing, which is a little rude or crude, like
Yeah.
that
You
we
know-
could say, okay, go ahead.
No, but
You first.
freaking and freaking...
Interrupt me.
I'm
What?
sorry, I
No,
just
what
had
do you
to
need to
stick
say?
that in there.
I'll probably forget what I had to say, but
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
holding on to your thought for you. I've got it cemented in my head so
Okay.
that we can get back to it in a
Great,
second.
great.
But, people have morphed a bad word into freaking and fricking and frigging. And those technically aren't bad words, but it's like they are now. They are. So I wonder if we can say them or not. Okay, go back to I've cemented your
I think
effing.
we can say freaking. I mean, you just said it. Freaking, fricking.
Okay, we'll go back to
Fracking.
effing.
I thought maybe an original way to work with it would be to, instead of say effing, just say th.
She had a really funny look on her face when she said that, you guys.
I don't know. It's kind of fun just to say
Just to say a sound.
a really sharp F. Like just say the F. Well, it's more than the F. It's F with a little bit of a vowel attached to it. Th. Does that sound? I mean, you can pack a lot into a small package.
I've noticed, people write all kinds of sort of hipster shorthand for things. Like, they write FAK now instead of that.
Or F asterisks.
Right, but like,
Can't say that.
you know how
Asterisk.
people say, there's another one. God, what is it? It's something that people have tweaked so it looks like a different word. It's all in the Urban Dictionary there, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's only like 7 words, right? 7 big
in the
ones.
world? What?
No, in the English language that are, well, maybe just American.
That are original?
Original swear words. The original, like God proclaimed these 7.
Right, one on each day that he was creating.
That's it. That's why there's 7. It's not.
No,
has
maybe there's
nothing to
only
do with
6
George
because on
Carlin.
the 7th day he rested, so maybe he doesn't make a swear word on that day.
Well, you gotta, even on your off day, you gotta have one available in case, just in
I
case, right?
I think he
what
just out and out rested, Kristina. I don't think he did any swear words on Sunday.
I
on
doubt
the
it.
Sabbath.
Have you ever just rested for a day? Come on, give me a break.
No.
You jumped up and had to do
Swear.
something. Yeah. Something annoyed you on the 7th
All right,
day.
okay, so there's 7 original swear words. Is that your theory?
Well, that's what George Carlin came up with, and those are the ones generally that get outlawed for the.
I can't even
from the
think of 7
FCC.
swear words.
Come on, write it down. I don't have a spelling
All right,
challenge
okay,
today.
all
Just
right, here we
figure
go.
out. Start with there's the F,
There's
the
the
A,
big,
the S,
bigger one. Oh, wow, okay.
You probably you
All
can.
right.
You can say, is there?
That's
B?
not really a swear word, though.
Well, one's kind of a hip hop word now.
Okay.
Yo. What you know what I mean? Yo. What comes after yo? Yo. You know what I mean?
I don't
Come on,
really,
you're so
but I think
unhip.
I already wrote it down.
You're so not.
Okay,
in
I
with
can
the
only. I'm sorry, I can only come up with like 5 swear words.
5 swear
What are the other
words?
2?
That is lame.
The F word, the
Did you
S
get one
word,
with
the
the-
A word, the B word, the D. The D word
Which
isn't
one
even.
did you get the B? Just give me the second letter.
I.
Okay, yo.
Fine. Okay. Whatever. So what are the other 2? Oh my god.
Let's see. I can't. I
Wow,
thought of a
I can
funny
only come
one,
up
but
with
I don't
5
wanna
swear
say it.
words?
I can actually think of a word that I'd like to say that's legal. Like you could say it and you wouldn't get in trouble, but I'm not going to say it because it kind of is a little off color.
Do you want to look at my list? Why don't you look at my list and you write it on the bottom of my list?
Okay.
I'm sure there's got to be more swear words than this.
I don't know why I thought of this.
Maybe we should laminate
I
this
can't even
list and
spell
put it
it.
in here so that people know what they're not supposed to say. What did she write? That isn't a swear word. What is wrong with you?
Told you.
Oh my
I told
God,
you.
Kristina.
It just popped in my head when you said
Okay,
you couldn't think of
not
the
a
others.
swear word. That's
What is it? No, don't.
What do you mean, what is it? I hope that you've had some of this in your life, or we've got bigger problems to worry about here.
No. Well,
Oh
okay.
my goodness, I can't
All right.
even.
Okay, just...
Can't even tell you people what she just wrote on the
All right.
page. It's not a swear word, but it's...
No, well, that's what I said. I just thought
It's
of
a
it.
sexual act.
Okay, look. The mind cringes around the worst that it knows.
It is a gross sounding word. It sounds like some sort of fungus, but it's not.
Okay, it's time for our track and music.
Phew. Okay.
Saved by the track and music. Here we go. It's not going for some reason. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to try again. Okay.
You do that.
Okay. It should go. Oh, I know. I'm putting up the wrong fader probably. That's what it is.
She's just too flustered
Yeah,
by this
I know,
word.
By that word. Here we go.
Baby, I miss you. Maybe it's wrong. Days turn like pages. I write another song. Watch my well-laid plans turn into ash. All of those letters thrown in the trash. I must be freaking crazy. Could it possibly be true that my short-term memory remembers you? I try to forget you and to push your love away, but all the things you told me, they keep getting in my way. My efforts to resist fail, but don't knock it. It's tricky keeping rainbows in your pocket. So I reflect upon the things that I have done and honestly assess the ass I have become. Baby, I still miss you in the streets of the night. 1 foot in the gutter of a love that wasn't right, where you had my attention, but I could not get through. Your disdain like the rain, what's a girl to do? I need a 12-step, 2-step, quarter-song fix, or a savvy zen seduction. I need clickable buttons and a 1 to 5 list of simple tips and how-to instructions. I need, baby, some love from me, myself, and moi. Hey, moi. Why don't you love me like I love you? I got to care for something, do things I don't like. My car's broke down, but I can take a bike and feel defiant. So I will declare myself free from every man who ever beat the shit out of me. And I'm happy I did the best anyone could to satisfy and mollify and gratify and testify and make the average man feel pretty good. Now if I could find one, I understood. I need a 12-step, 2-step, quarter-song fix, or a savvy zen seduction. I need clickable buttons and a 1 to 5 list of simple tips and how-to instructions. Let's see, what do I need? Something. Me, myself, and moi.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that there was the daycare downstairs.
Oh, we're going to get in trouble for
And
that.
the window's open.
The window's open. Oh, man.
We just practiced yelling a bunch of different swear words, trying to figure out if we were missing one, but
Yeah, so...
we're not. We
Well,
don't know any
We
more
obviously
swear
are
words.
missing some. But we can research it for next week.
Okay.
Anyway. I think I put this fader up. That's not supposed to be up, is it? What's TT1 stand for?
I don't know.
See, I think I did that by mistake. I'm going to push it down and let's see what happens.
Okay,
Anything
pushing.
happens.
She's
TT1,
pushing.
TT1,
Down.
going
Nothing's
down,
happening.
down.
We seem to be kind of quiet, though. Do you think we do?
I think that's just your headphone mix. I could turn you
No,
up.
I'm looking at your thing. We're only in the pale green.
No, we're good. No,
Are you
we're good.
sure,
Yes,
sound
you're,
lady?
You're not. You're going into the orange.
La-
Oh, stop! You just distorted. Did you hear that? You distorted. Just relax.
Distort this.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, what about middle fingers? Does that count as a swear?
No,
That's
I mean-
a gesture. Okay.
no, because that's the same as another
Yeah,
swear.
all
You
right.
can't do that. You
Well, the thing is, people, we can only come up with like only 4 big swears, and then the littler swears like damn and hell. That
which
aren't really
aren't they don't count.
They don't count
because
we
we've
do
said
say
those a bunch
and no one's yelled
nobody-
at us.
Okay, yeah.
So for real, just 4 big swears.
Yeah, and please, we don't need for people to kind of call in or anything. I think we'll take care of this privately. We'll figure it out. because I'm sure everybody else knows them, and we're just having a kind of a, what do you call it, lapse. But
I just tried to yell things, and I couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah,
All I could
get,
do was like meld these ones together.
You have to really be mad for them to just roll off your brain unconsciously. So
You're
we
right.
couldn't kind of get mad. But here, I'm mad about this certain fashion detail, which I wanted your opinion about. Okay.
Oh, other than jeans hitting in the bad places.
Okay, this is my pet peeve.
What?
You know how you roll up your sleeves, right?
Yeah.
What are these stupid tabs here?
Kristina,
These are stupid.
oh my God, reach inside of your sleeve.
Why? I know,
No.
but why do we need assistance
Okay.
to keep our sleeves
Now
rolled
you
up?
hook it there.
I hate this thing. I hate
Cut it off then.
Well, I usually do. I just didn't yet. But
She's
I just
got
think
the
that's
sleeves
so...
that have the buttons out on the.
This is like...
the buttons out on your upper arm, so that you can roll up your sleeve and then use that little strap thing to
I
strap
just think
it there.
it's really dumb.
They came from the military, I
What?
think.
Really?
I think that style shirt, like having that little tab that you button there, because it holds it up and it keeps it properly in place and it makes them even on your arms. And military people are crazy, like OCD about things like that.
Well, now I have a newfound respect for that fashion detail that I didn't have before.
It's just to keep them even. Because you know what? See, look at that one. It's up above your elbow. Look at the other one, down on your forearm.
Yeah, but
Clearly you need those
look how great I look.
straps. You do.
Yeah,
you look
I
like
sort
you
of-
planned that. You're
Like my level of dishevelment is
purposefully disheveled.
Is really, I have refined
Takes
it.
a lot of work to look like you don't care.
Yeah,
hard.
Believe me, you don't know how
I could
hard
use some
I've
little
worked.
strap buttons on this one because they are not rolled evenly either.
Yeah, but you look relaxed. Who looks relaxed when they have like a little device holding their sleeve up as if they couldn't?
It's not
even-
relaxed. It's just
couldn't-
it's a little more like
Yeah.
Banana Republic.
Couldn't just wear my shirt today. I had to like have this device to hold
They
up.
do.
the-
They tickle. I always think I have a bug going inside my sleeve when those things tickle against my arm.
See.
Well, you could just take it off. You could just cut it.
I'm gonna. As
Just
soon
cut
as
it
I get
right
home,
off.
it's really, really, really bugging me now.
Okay.
But I did feel like I got it off my chest anyway.
Phew.
Didn't get it off my arm.
Goodness.
Yeah.
We shaved our dog this week. Well, we didn't do it. The groomers did it, and she looks so silly.
She likes it though.
She does. She's super happy.
She might have been a little shocked at first.
Especially since
came
we
around.
laughed and laughed and laughed at her, and she knew it.
Yeah.
But she just looks weird. I mean, we have a big, hairy dog, and then when you see your big, hairy dog bald, it just doesn't look like the
Yeah,
same dog.
I have to do it to my cat. We just did one side. We just got one piece of felt removed.
Oh, my goodness.
Did
You
this
only
big-
shaved half of your cat?
Well, not even a half.
Just part.
It was just like 2 4 inches.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a very hard thing with a cat. It's not quite like a dog.
No.
They give you the hairy eyeball.
They do. Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
it's
I
bad.
don't know anything about cats, really, and I'm about to get to, so you're going to have to give me cat wisdom at some point, because what do cats even need? What do I
Nothing.
do for them?
They don't need anything.
Well, you
Don't
have to
let
give
them
your
trick
cat
you into
like
thinking-
9 litter boxes spread carefully all out all over the place. or
That's
else they
just
freak out.
management. It's not because I feel like I need to provide them with 9 cat boxes. It's because I have to manage them so that they don't destroy my life.
Well,
It's
I don't
different.
want the cats to destroy my life either.
No, yours will be fine because they're coming as a group. They're coming together. They all like each other. They don't have those issues of territorialism.
That's
so when
true.
different cats from different litters and different times all come together.
But I think one of my kittens might be a boy and one of my kittens might be a girl.
That's fine. That's the best. They're just totally in love with each other.
But
believe
they're
me.
brother and sister.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Right,
I can
okay.
tell you. You asked me for my cat wisdom. I'm telling you now. It's great.
Okay. They're cute colors. They have blue eyes and orange hair.
You know, I don't want to know how cute they are because my cats are so not cute to me.
Yeah,
now.
I think your cats are cute.
I'm
I don't like
jealous.
want them or
have
anything, but they're
envy.
cute.
Let's talk about envy. No, let's talk about emotional availability.
Okay.
Are you emotionally available?
I guess sometimes. Most
How
yeah.
how can you tell if you are? Can you tell yourself if you are? Can you tell about yourself if you are emotionally available? Or is it just something?
To who? To like your partner? To like
Yeah,
other
let's-
people in life?
Yeah, I think let's start with the big partnership issue.
I think I might be too emotionally available because every 5 minutes I'm just like, do you want to know how I feel? That's what I do constantly to
Do
people.
you? Is that what you say? Do you want to
Kind
know
of.
how I feel?
No, I just tell them this is how I feel, and then I say it, and they look at me like didn't care, didn't want to know that
Yeah.
right now but
TMI.
but I don't know if that is the same as emotional availability, but I am not good at repressing what I'm thinking or feeling ever, especially to a person that I'm with all the time. So I just say it.
Yeah. I still don't know if that's really what would be my
probably,
definition of emotional availability. It's because emotional availability has to do with your ability to engage in, where you're both can share emotions freely, safely.
We cry at the
warmly.
same things in movies.
That's okay.
I think for the most part, though, when you have little kids, you're so tired and busy that you don't even want to listen to the other person's emotions or express your own, because you just have to get through another day and then rest.
It's not a good time of life to be pondering these things.
No, which is, I think it's fine. I think whenever it does crop up, it's there, but we both are just too busy to worry about it.
There's more important stuff to deal with at hand.
True.
Yeah, it's not until later in life when you look at your life and you're feeling like you are a sad representation of an adult at age, whatever your age is, and
you know what? You're not an emotionally unavailable person.
I didn't say I was.
You're totally talking about yourself.
This is just like hypothetical. If you get to a certain age and you're just able to have the time and space,
I don't know, because I'm not
reflect.
I'm not a guy, so you're emotionally available to your friends, I would say.
Okay,
but I'm not your boy man person, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but from what you tell me, I think that you probably are.
I didn't really set this up to be therapy for me.
This is Personal Growth Friday. No, how can we personally grow if we don't?
I don't want to grow. I have no interest in
Shut up.
Just kidding. No, I do. I want to be a bigger, better, greater, fantastical person.
I don't know. I haven't, hidden in your closet and watched your emotional availability.
I'm not so worried about myself, I guess. I'm just, yes, I am. What am I saying? I'm just lying.
Way to grow.
It's so complex. I mean, we need a whole nother show to talk about this. I think it's fascinating, and we'll just get to it. But people just
I would say that you are emotionally available and that you have a lot of frustration for people who are not emotionally available.
Well, then it makes me feel like I'm not emotionally available because I hit this wall with a significant other, and then I feel like, well, maybe this is me, right? You throw it back on yourself. I know you have that tendency to blame yourself.
I do.
Indeed.
Well, I don't know, Kristina.
Wow, and it's almost time to go. So we've posed this incredible question that goes far and wide and deep. And let's work on it this week. Let's become more emotionally available in a good way for others.
All right. Did you ever dot your eyes with hearts when you were like...
Are you kidding me? Do I look like that kind of person?
No, but...
I did not. I've insulted you even thought I might have done that. I hated those kids.
Some people did that, though,
I know.
Kristina.
I can tell you exactly who did. I did not. I might have done a little spiral.
You know what? What does it matter what the shape is? If you deviated from an eye dot...
it makes a lot of difference. Like, I heart you. I would never, ever I heart you.
Well, I won't write like LMO, whatever people write. You know the shorthand for like...
LOL?
No. Well, I don't write that. I never write that.
Everything.
The only one I ever use is OMG, just because it's like funny in our house, because we say it sometimes because it's just like...
OMG.
Silly.
Yeah.
But I never write LOL or I never write any of the other stuff.
I'm glad you're just, putting that out.
No, I have to admit something to you, though. For about 2 months in junior high, I dotted my eyes with hearts.
Okay. All right. I'm glad
only in like mushy little love notes to boys, though.
Yeah, don't backpedal.
And maybe only a couple science lab reports, which I got bad grades on.
Look, this is a really
terrible
way to end the show. That confession from you, but
I'm just trying to personally grow.
Okay, great.
We will see you guys next Friday.
Yeah.
Don't dot your eyes with hearts, or Kristina will never speak to you again.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I think you should express yourself artistically. So anyway, here we go. We're gonna leave you with some music.
Have a fabulous weekend.
And have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us.